Rolling. Some of these are going to be repeat questions.
Good.
What brought you to the path of yoga?
I was brought to the path of yoga first. Huh?
Okay. What brought you to the path of yoga?
I was brought to the path of yoga as a kid, really, from the philosophical perspective. I was always interested in enlightenment and in things like of that nature, Zen Buddhism and that. And then I didn't get into the upward dog, downward dog part of yoga until I kind of had a life-threatening event, and I had a great appreciation for my health and for my life, and then I got into yoga. Now, if you want me to look at you, then you can't do what you're doing.
Sorry. Sorry, I was distracted. What are you wearing around your neck?
These are mala beads, and really I'm wearing it around my neck, but that's really just for decoration, just for the looks of things, so that when you see me it makes you think that I'm a yogi, because really these are generally to be used in meditation, in a private personal practice, and they're designed to help you to concentrate by not having to count. For the great repetitions that you do when you chant mantra to, help develop and transform the brainwaves.
So you do each chant for each bead?
So you would have a mala, and this mala happens to be extremely special to me because I received this from my guru in Rishikesh, this specific one. I don't usually wear this one for that reason. But yeah, what you would do is you would say the mantra, for example, Om Namah Shivaya, and then you would click to the next one, Om Namah Shivaya, and the next one, Om Namah Shivaya. So those that are familiar with the Catholic backgrounds, this is exactly like what a rosary would be, and you're just using this to be able to do the mantra in sets of 108, because 108 is a sacred number. And then when you're done with it, you don't cross over, you just reverse back the way that you came, and then you do another 108, and you cross back and go back. So this is a really powerful tool in a meditation practice because it allows you to just put your mind into one point and not have to worry about or think about how much longer there is to go.
What benefit can someone receive from doing a yoga teacher training?
Well, doing a yoga teacher training can give you a lot of benefits, both personally and professionally, depending on kind of what your intention is with your life. And a lot of times people might come in for personal reasons and then end up being professional teachers at the end of it because they're either so good at it or they just love to teach so much. But most of us, we need to develop ourselves, we need to transform ourselves, we need to heal ourselves. We have a lot of physical and emotional and spiritual reasons that we might want to develop and evolve. And so all of that happens in a yoga teacher training, in my teacher training specifically, because I'm coaching you on what to eat for those few weeks, and I'm coaching you on how to do the yoga, and then we're doing meditation, and all of it creates a synergy of effects that really transforms us in what we call a positive feedback cycle. And then if you want to be a professional yoga teacher, that's really what we do. We train you with the skills, professional skills related to anatomy and how to take care of people and how to treat students individually and how to have their best interest in mind. And then also to go to the deepest, the core of the philosophy, and just kind of the big picture and how to teach yoga physically and how to analyze and the chakras and the bandhas and all that stuff that is kind of forms the constellation of what you want to be exposed to as someone who's beginning to present yoga to the world. So it's pretty a comprehensive experience, and it's transformational personally. And also, if you want to be a yoga teacher, it will definitely give you that skill. And if you're already a yoga teacher, it's likely to make you a better one.
Okay. How would it benefit someone who doesn't want to teach?
Well, it actually benefits people who, the teacher training benefits people who don't want to teach as much or more as those who do. Because, you know, the benefits are personal, and the benefits are for the person who participates, and the benefits are massive, you know, and so the health benefits, the psychological benefits, the spiritual benefits, these are not small things. These are monumental benefits, you know. For someone who was in pain, or someone who had headaches all the time, or someone who was overweight, or someone who had diabetes, or someone who had high cholesterol and was at risk of a heart attack, you know, or someone who has anxiety or can't sleep, or, I mean, these are big issues, you know what I mean? Like, these are things I wouldn't want to live with for my whole life. And so regardless of whether you want to be a teacher or not, if you want to feel good, if you want to feel peace and well-being in your life, and then be able to transmit that to those around you, because, you know, people that have family, you know, then really the vibration that we are transmitting is going to be, you know, affecting a lot of other people. So there's a lot of personal reasons for doing a training like this, because it is so evolutionary for us on all the different dimensions of ourselves.
Who do you recommend yoga for?
I would recommend yoga for everybody. I think that different people with different needs will find different benefits in the yoga practice. But I can't imagine really almost anybody that wouldn't benefit from some element of what yoga has to offer, whether it's the physical elements for all the physical benefits, whether it's the psychological elements, which are obviously extremely important for us in our daily life, or whether the spiritual benefits. You know, so regardless of your age, regardless of your body type, regardless of your physical elements, regardless of whether you're born with one leg or two legs, or none of that stuff affects whether you're a candidate to practice yoga, because yoga is a spiritual practice at its essence, and it's designed to help you realize, you know what, you're not your body. You're not your body, you're not that which can be changed, you are that which is eternal. And that message is an important message for all of us at every stage of our life. The sooner that we get that message, the better. And regardless of what our physical situation is, and that's the most important thing for us to really have in our heart, and to know that, because that brings fearlessness and that brings peace. And so the yoga practice is really for everybody.
So the lighting is way better now, by the way. What can someone expect from your teacher training?
Well, someone who does my teacher training, perhaps as opposed to other ones, could expect to really dive deeply into the things that I prioritize. What do I prioritize? Well, I really prioritize safety. I prioritize the analysis of students on an individual basis, and then the application of the system to them individually so it serves their best interest. And that's not something that is necessarily easy. You have to have a few tools on your tool belt to be able to kind of know how to navigate those waters and really help everybody. So someone who does my teacher training can expect that prioritization of safety and taking care of students.
Okay.
Should I do it again with Zulu? Oh, you didn't hear him?
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter.
Just do the last part.
I wasn't done anyway, but
Yeah.
I don't know if these answers are too long.
That's okay. Once they reach a certain point, I have to edit them anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
The only way I wouldn't edit them is if you're really making them like one sentence
Ridiculously
answers.
good. Oh, okay. Well, I'll answer that one again if you want, and I'll try to answer it really fast.
Okay. But I like the whole prioritizing
Okay.
safety thing.
Yeah.
I think that's
No, you
important.
can use it.
What can someone who expect from taking your teacher training?
Well, my teacher training is unique basically because I have a set of priorities that I really feel to be important. And these are the priorities that to me relate to how to help people the most. And how do you help them the most? Well, you apply the system of yoga individually to them, both anatomically and structurally, and make sure that it's safe and that they're doing what's in their best interest. But there's also a lot of other priorities like the healing power of touch. So I train my students how to do massage therapy in the context of yoga and how to deliver healing touch. There's a lot of philosophy, there's a lot of background to yoga to be able to put it in the context of our daily life in the present day and age, so that when you're guiding people and people are asking you questions, that you could really put yoga into the perspective of why is it valuable and how is it here to help us, and is it a religion? So basically being trained to help people at the highest level. So that answer sucked, but you can deal with it how you want.
Okay. So I loved that answer, but where I was going with the question is